let me talk about my final conclusions and my solutions here. We know that London has been hit hard by the pandemic, actually worse than other areas in the country. And a lot of that is because of the mayor and the way he's communicated or miscommunicated. Because people are frightened. They're frightened of our city, and we need to remove the fear and encourage people to come back, because here's the news. London is open for business again. And we need to show this to people in all ways. We need to kickstart this economy now, and we need a business person in charge. And if we can get this right, and listen to what I'm saying here, if we can get this right, London will become the center of the world. Just think about that. Think about that in your mind. London is now the center of the world. It's the #1 destination for everyone in the world. They think, wow, let's go to London. They've got everything open again. They've got the theaters. They've got the sporting events. They've got the culture. They've got the restaurants. They've got it together. Let's go to London this year. Let's not go to Spain. Let's not go to Africa. Let's not go to America. Let's go to London. And London is going to be the center of the world. We're also going to open our businesses up, and we're going to get all of the banking business, all the media business. Everything is going to be back, and we're going to pull those strands in. Again, with the right person in charge, we could have our biggest year ever in 2021. But we could also get it wrong. And if the wrong person is in charge, we are facing one of the worst years on record. We already seen the current mayor of London wants to raise your taxes during the worst recession in 300 years. Again, I took economics at MIT. It doesn't take an MIT degree to know that you don't raise taxes when you're trying to get the economy to recover. Even Sir Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, came out and said, I don't think we should raise taxes right now. And yet, what does the mayor do? The Labour mayor increases your taxes, increases your congestion charges. He's trying to make millions of pounds with his low traffic neighborhoods in Ealing, in Enfield. I've seen them. I've talked to the people. If we get this wrong, we will see a period of austerity that will crush the economy, that will crush the citizens of this city, and it will ruin our one chance we have to rebuild this economy. We are at a fork in the road right now. On May 6th, you will decide whether we go into making London the center of the world, getting London back to work, rebuilding the economy, and again, making London the center of the world. Think about that. Or we go into more taxation, more using fear as a weapon, more blame from the current mayor of London. He's always got someone to blame, doesn't he? It's always the prime minister's fault, who's curiously of the opposite party. It's always someone else's fault, right? It's the transport infrastructure's fault. It's the police's fault. It's always someone else's fault. You can have someone who blames others, or someone who takes ownership, which is what I believe in doing. It's ultimately my fault if something goes wrong in this city. And who also takes London in a new direction by promoting business. Now, how do we do this? Well, I'm going to tell you how. First of all, we cannot tax our way out of this problem. We've got to provide incentives for people coming back to this city. And that means specific sectors, including arts and leisure, hospitality, museums, all need to be supported now. And I'm not talking about handout schemes. That doesn't help anybody. I'm talking about listening to these sectors and finding ways that we can support them to generate even more income. And that's why I want to announce today an incredible policy that's going to kickstart the London economy. And like I said, I think contribute to London becoming the center of the world. And that is this: a congestion charge holiday and a business rates holiday, dropping both of those charges down to zero from May 17th to when we open up, all until the end of 2021. That means for the rest of the year, starting May 17th, we will see congestion charge down to zero, business rates down to zero. This is going to kick-start the economy. This is going to change the game. London is going to pull in all the market share from all of the cities and countries in Europe. It's going to pull in all of the tourism income. It's going to pull in all that banking income, all the income coming from media and culture. All of that is going to be pulled into London, and London is going to become the center of the world. It's going to get London back to work. It's going to kickstart our economy, and it's going to completely change the game. I actually believe this is an incredible opportunity. It actually is. And it's hard to see that when things are boarded up and we're recovering from this pandemic, but this is the chance. The one who moves first and the one who gets this right will take the lion's share. And that will be a game changer for London. But in order to do that, we have to have a business person in charge. Someone who can get on the phone and make deals with these CEOs, who can get on the phone and make things happen, who can innovate hold people accountable and create solutions and not play the blame game and not point the finger at other people, but can actually get things done. That's my plan to maximize 2021. Again, congestion charge holiday, business rates holiday, and it's going to kickstart the GDP, and all of that is going to come back to us, and we're going to recharge everything, and the revenues are going to come after that.